she will put on the show. Well, hello, trader nerds. Welcome into Wacky Wednesday. Hope you all having a great day. Real traders never trade alone. They trade with their fellow nerds. We got DB, we got Dwayne, we got Edwin, we got Jim, we got John, we got Mo with an H. We got the Rickster in the house. We got Robert, we got Stacy, Stuff, VC, Vicky with an I, and Vicky with a Y. We've got everybody in the house today. How y'all doing? NQ down 39 points and the E-minis up 9 points. How about that? But you can see that they're always similar. And this is why, as far as their movements, and this is why they're so highly correlated that our hedge is in the E-minis. Now, some of you have suggested that we put our hedge in a different underlying. I wouldn't even know how to begin, really, to be honest with you. I just didn't, I don't know how to do it. I could play around with it and probably get it, but I'm comfortable. If the S&P 500 crashes, I would imagine that NASDAQ is going to crash too, because they've got a lot of underlying overlaps within the two. So I don't know. I think our hedge is fine where it's at, you know. The VIX is at 19.55, AD at 143. And it looks like we are in the lunchtime chop area. Let's see if we can do our little thing here. Let's detach this. Detach. Where's my detach at? Detach. And we'll change this one to the volume profile and see what we got going on here. What was that noise? Was that this? So we are interplaying along the 50% line and just going up and down. And look at that. It's amazing. The point of control where the most volume is on our 50% line. Isn't that cool how that works all the time? We'll redraw this thing on Friday. Let's look at NQ. NQ is, the more it spends time here, the more this is looking bullish to me for this up above. So we may have a big run up, but I think you'll see from the linear regression that we are in a standstill area, probably going to do this until the election. So half of y'all are garbage out there and the others are you, or half of you are just Americans. Isn't that amazing that Biden called half of the United States garbage? I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, and the comedian at the Trump rally should not have made a joke about Puerto Rico. Come on. Did you know that Puerto Rico is the place where a lot of traders go? Because there's no taxes on their trades or something. One of my friends was like, hey man, we need to move to Puerto Rico. He said, because it's a place where your profits from trading aren't taxed or something. So I'm not sure what the deal is, but it sounded interesting at the time. So a lot of traders, I think, go to Puerto Rico. So wonderful place. Never been there, but I'd love to go. All right. So with that being said, let's see how our hedge is doing today. Now, y'all, we've got a good time coming up on Friday, because Friday is one of our 12 big days of the year, right? We're going to go in here and we're going to use our calculator to tell us how much TQQQ we need and how much TMF we need, or even if we stay into TMF, which is going to be good. And I have now put this, if you look in the description of this video, you will see that this is available to you. Now, I don't know why I did this, but the other spreadsheet that I had is $119. This one is on sale for $49 if you want to pick it up now, or if you want to join our Discord and then join Muscadine Mafia, you get it for free. But this is for sale, $49, and I probably should make it $199, and I very well may. So if you want to pick up a copy of this, go ahead and get it before I change my mind, because this took a lot of work on this little calculator. So what we're going to do Friday, let me show you what we're going to do, is we're going to go in and we're going to look at two technical indicators. We're going to look at the 10 monthly simple moving average, and we're going to say, is price above the simple moving average? And we're going to answer yes. I can't imagine it being below, right? So we're going to say, yes, it's above its 10-month moving average. And then we're going to go to the weekly charts And we're going to say, is the 10 week above the 20, which it probably will be. I can't see this reversing by Friday. Even if we had a big down move, I don't think that would change. So we'll answer both of those yes. We go back to the calculator. So yes, it is above that. Yes, is it above that? And then I'll put in the number of shares that we currently hold. And then I'll put in whatever amount that we've got in. We'll put more capital to work. Remember, I'm dollar cost averaging over a period of 6 months. And we've had a really good month this so far. Look at this. The TMF that we bought is down $785. Ouch. But the TQQQ that we bought is up $1,635. And that's kind of how these work, right? And you were 80% into TQQQ and we're 20% into TMF. Thank God we're not into more TMF, or that would have really brought us down. So I think we're looking really, really good. Let's see what our starting balance was and see what we're at now. We started at 75,383. And now we are at position 75,383. Let's go to cap requirement. Yeah, I agree. 75,383. We're up about $1,000, y'all, on the month, which is good because we only have like $12,000 of capital at risk. So 1,000, let's see, what's that? 1,000 divided by 12,000. So we're up about 1,000. And we invested 12,000. We're 8.3% for the month. Wow. So far, so good, right? So I like it. I like it a lot. So let's get our ES here and TQQQ. And let's make sure that our little thing looks good. And let's move this up to 40. So we still got a little bit of a hedge. Make sure all of these are done good. So if we go up 40 points on the we need to change this though, don't we? TQQQ to make that 60% down. Got to adjust these things ever so often. So we have about a $12,000 hedge to the downside. Now, this is what is really, really important, y'all, is having this hedge. Otherwise, this would be a really, really risky strategy that we're doing here. But we've got a hedge in place that pays us if we have the big one. So are we scared of an election of Trump? No. Are we scared of an election of Kamala Harris? No. We don't care who the president is. We're just like crash, baby, crash. And let's make us $12,000. And then what would I do with that $12,000? I would go in and I would buy some more TQQQ. Exactly what I would do. So I think we've got a really, really, really strong strategy. Again, please hear me, y'all. This has to be a lottery ticket. I was excited by Rick's back testing. He had played with it a little bit, and it looked like SOXL was better than TMF. But I think if I'm reading Rick's stuff right, he tested several things like I did in place of TMF, and TMF just blew everything else out of the water. So it looks like that's what happened. So I was sitting there yesterday thinking, man, if we get anywhere near 103 million, heck, if we get anywhere near 50 million, and let's see where you were about halftime. Let's see, 10 years. Where did 10 years go? This started in 2010, so about 2000 and March 2020 would have been 2 years. You were at 32 million. It's amazing. That's really amazing. So if anybody wants a copy of this with my data and the back test, shoot me a message and I will link you up to this spreadsheet so that you can play with the numbers. And I would love someone to prove me wrong. I think the formulas are in there correctly. The only question is the data right? And if it is, I got it from Yahoo Finance. And Yahoo Finance says those are the data. It's the adjusted data for dividends or for splits and all of that. So if that data is anywhere close, maybe we're on our way to 103 million. If you believe that NVIDIA and Apple and Meta and Google and Microsoft are going to continue to perform strong. I do, and I'm willing to put $75,000 into it just to make sure. All right, guys, great session today. Love you to pieces. I will see y'all tomorrow.